Never heard of it.
Wow, I can't believe this is our third episode. This is...
Already?
I know, it's crazy. 3 long weeks. All right, so let's get into it. Third episode. We're going to pick a movie right now that we've never heard of. Probably a horror movie from the 70s or 80s. And then we're going to watch it. Are you ready?
Probably that no one's ever heard of.
Not even the person who uploaded it. He did it like this. He was like, okay.
Somebody else typed this in for me.
But he went like this to his ears because he knows what keys make what sound. Like on a telephone. Like on an old telephone. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Okay. Okay. So before we pick the movie, is there any like particular subgenre that you're interested in? Like last week I said I want to watch like a gory 80s movie. Didn't really meet my expectations.
Yeah, that worked out great.
Yeah.
But at least we searched for that. That's like how we got there. So is there any like subgenre, like it's got to be horror plus something? Because I was thinking like horror sci-fi.
That's a good one because the effects are
like I'm thinking
going to be perfect for Joe.
Yeah, like aliens or like something that takes place on a spaceship or on another planet or something like that.
Like I want the poor man's Event Horizon.
Yes, exactly. Well, Event Horizon is the poor man's Event Horizon.
Well, listen.
Okay, all right, let's go. Here we go.
All right, I'm ready for my research.
So let's see. Space horror movie. 80s. Free.
That one has 300. Oh, but that just says horror movies.
Yeah. Deep Space. Look at this one. It looks like an alien clone.
Ooh. Oh, look at that.
No, don't look at it.
Oh, sorry. All right, look up Deep Space 1988.
Okay. Ooh, there's not a lot about this movie. Okay. The United States military loses control of a secret satellite that contains a biological weapon. Upon crashing, the weapon escapes near Los Angeles and begins to terrorize the citizens.
That's it, huh?
Why would a satellite be carrying a biological weapon? All right. But,
great question.
Does it say horror, like on the genre?
It's a sci-fi horror film.
Sci-fi horror. Okay.
Okay.
That's a maybe. It looks like an alien
right.
ripoff, which could be very funny.
Yes.
Oh, too bad we've already seen The Void.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
No, I know. Dread Space? Is that like a
best sci-fi movie? It says.
Well, okay, how can you go wrong?
It also says new sci-fi movies 2020.
Yeah.
Dread Space? I can't even find that on the internet.
Maybe space horror was not the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go back. Let's just say horror movies, 80s. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, this one's Alligator.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, I bet
it's actually about crocodiles.
Yeah, I was literally about to say it's about crocodiles. Oh, look up Contamination 1980.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. What about humanoids from the deep?
We're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
hell yeah. Okay, Contamination, an astronaut, a colonel, and a Brooklyn detective.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Okay, an astronaut, a colonel, and a Brooklyn detective track goo-squirting eggs to their source, a one-eyed monster from Mars. Oh,
okay.
But it's in Italian.
Oh. I mean,
I think.
Unless it has like accurate English subtitles, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be linguine this, pasta primavera that. That's all I know about it, the Italian language.
Oh no, you've just alienated all of our Italian fans.
I know. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
The other one was what? Humanoids?
From the deep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although, God, contamination, like an astronaut. What was the other one? A scientist? And
A colonel?
A colonel and a
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
detective.
detective.
So an astronaut, Colonel Sanders.
Maybe it's like a kernel of corn. It's like a sentient kernel.
And at the end, he sacrifices himself by jumping into the fire and turning into a big popcorn.
He just pops.
Okay, I don't know because it takes place in New York, but it's an Italian movie and Google says language Italian.
Oh.
So I don't know
Uh,
what it actually is.
check. What were you gonna say?
Can you just click on it and just like skip to the middle somewhere and see some dialogue?
Yeah, I guess we could. I don't know what the fuck the real dialogue is.
Oh no, I froze again.
We would.
You
if
guys
we
are
could.
choppy.
I only
My
wish it
internet
was
sucks so
possible, but
fucking bad.
I don't have the
It's
gift
dubbed.
of
Yeah,
bringing
it's dubbed.
corpses back to life.
Wow.
Okay, I feel like we have to watch this
Yeah,
movie.
I think this is it. I think contamination is it.
Oh no, Jack's froze.
Oh no. Already? Technical difficulties. Okay. All right. So it sounds like, even though we zipped into it a little bit, that containment.
Containment.
Maybe that was the original. Containamente was the original. was the original title. But it sounds like Contamination is going to be our movie. I'm going to write it here on a little board.
Hell yeah.
Cone.
I'm not going to read it because I don't want to give anything away, but the Wikipedia page does have a section called Release and Controversy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe something to explore later.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Is it gonna when I click on this, is it gonna go right into the middle of the movie? Yes, it is.
Yes.
No! Damn it! I specifically changed it on the small player.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, this really gets into it. Right away.
Yeah.
Applause.
The other two movies were like very like 80s long opening credit sequence.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I know. Oh, wait. How is there just a dangling apostrophe? Oh, so
What's
that's
the rest of his name?
so that was Siegfried and Roy's last name, Roush.
Toward the harbor now. En route. Going up.
Go to the Hobbit
now.
Okay.
Oh my god, is this a 9/11 movie? Right there, the
Oh, no.
towers. That's it. That's
It
our
predicted
target.
9/11.
The true story behind the Patriot Act: Contamination. Rated R.
We're over, ladies. What's the background, please?
We have no background. Harbor master spoke with the captain last night and told us to wait for permission to enter the harbor. Then we haven't heard a word. Now they're just heading right up the strait.
Maybe the radio's busted.
Maybe.
Don't die.
The
The contamination's got to you.
Oh no!
Supposed to stuff this smuggler. I'll go
The
wait
alien
for-
Hey, that's by
Cyclops.
my house.
That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. You can
I
have that in
know.
it.
There.
Well, we did.
There.
The description did say something about a one-eyed alien from
got a
Mars.
sighting.
Well, I wasn't paying attention.
But I already forgot.
Oh.
Heavy
Whoops.
regulation in the book. Turkey. We're going in for a closer look. I'll get back.
Corridori sounds like the fake Italian word for corridor. Corridori.
It's more than one Corridoro.
It's true.
That's yeah. Hey, Franco Canduti. Nino Baraglia.
The Goblin.
Goblin. They did the music for Suspiria. They were like,
Oh no way!
yeah, they were like, oh god, what do you like a progressive rock band? But they did a lot of music for movies, especially Italian movies, because they were
Not
Italian.
a soul in sight. Really weird.
It's the ocean. It's the, there shouldn't be
Yeah, what are you
anybody out
doing?
there.
People as far as the eye can see.
It was something.
Also, if this turns out to be like
Well, they're all there.
a premonition movie about COVID,
Whoa!
you know, because they're in New
Put the
York.
ship in quarantine.
Uh-huh.
and a nice way to
Imagine.
start.
COVID tutti.
Understood.
His hat just puts
yeah.
2 for a while.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Not Italian, I guess.
I was gonna say Louis Coates is an interesting name for a movie that was released in Italian.
Lou.
Louis.
Music.
I love the music subtitles.
Notes being played on an instrument.
All right,
Have the other movies not had music, or have they just not had that subtitle?
I don't think they had subtitles. Wait, you're gonna write the lieutenant? Just go talk to him. He's right over there.
No, he's gonna
Dear
write down.
Lieutenant, how
He's gonna
are
write
you?
down that the lieutenant is waiting for you over there, and hand him that
Dear
note.
diary.
Pleasure to meet you.
So this is
The lieutenant had a very
Iris.
funny joke
Right,
today.
Caribbean lady. I caught up with her in the Straits. Put a man on her and he shut down the engines.
the captain, the crew.
There wasn't a soul on board. Just this weird smell. Like something rotting.
It's right out of Conrad.
Ew.
Where was she coming from?
The tropics. We're checking on it now.
Right out of Conrad.
I
We'll
think
have to make a
Joseph
hygiene
Conrad,
check
maybe?
on the
Art
captain.
of Darkness.
Lieutenant, I can't work without witnesses. You'll be coming with me?
Where's that?
On the vessel.
Well, I'd rather go ice skating in Rockefeller Center, but the captain said I was to take my orders from you, which doesn't leave me much choice.
Okay, but ice skating at Rockefeller Center is fun.
The
He said that like it was the worst.
The pandering already of this movie.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, we're real New Yorkers.
Let's go see what this mystery's all about.
Lead on, Doc.
What'd you say?
See what this mister is all about. Music.
It's got a real like
This
70s
is like a.
cop show vibe. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is like Arrival.
Oh.
Them in the protective suits.
Except they're writing in Italian and they can't read it.
You know I don't speak Spanish. That's 2 Anchorman jokes already.
Let's see how many we can squeeze in there.
Doc, it's like something out of a movie. It's a ghost ship.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's a ghost ship.
The captain radioed
Okay,
last
so-
night that
It just
everything
won't
was
quit.
normal. The whole crew just doesn't disappear into thin air.
Too legit to quit this ship. Why would? Okay, so like, it's just it's like out of a movie. It's a ghost ship, but like there have been abandoned vessels before, so he's
Yeah.
only seen
No,
ships that were
only in
abandoned
movies.
in movies. His whole
Yeah.
The last entry is dated last night. It says they're 15 days out of home port and expect to dock in New York within 24 hours. Visibility is good, mild southeasterly wind, about 7 knots.
Yeah,
Sea
close-up
moderately
could have
calm.
also
No
helped with
mention
this,
of the
too.
crew. And it's signed by the captain.
There's no room for a close-up. Have you seen how small this space is?
Have you seen this room?
In this room?
One thing's for sure, whatever happened,
Pedro
must have
Mendez.
happened all of a sudden. Otherwise, it'd be written here in the log.
The large.
Larg. Captain Larg.
Might be the officer's mess. What do you say? We
Captain Large, medium.
That's what I thought.
What, they're just going back to the same room they were in. Well, we searched the
Nobody here,
entire
Doc.
ship and
Let's try the next one.
I think we better take a closer look.
And we'll be here all night at this rate.
What do you
You've
mean
been
it's
in the
so
boat-
small?
You've been in the boat for like 2 minutes. What do you mean we'll be here all
Now,
night?
from the evidence, they stopped eating
I mean,
in the middle of
okay,
their meal
first of all, this
and
is their
jumped
job.
overboard.
they'll
Yeah.
stay there as long as they need to. That's your job.
Funny, Doc.
Look, if we all have to stay late at work
Right?
sometimes, they should too.
You want to
Thank
go
you.
first? Come on, open it.
Sorry, shift's over. I can't solve this problem. Oh.
Judging by his uniform, that's our friend Mendez, the captain.
Yeah, and he hasn't been dead for long either. Well, he was
What?
closed in there, as if
How
he
could
was
you
trying to
determine
hide
that?
from something. He looked as if he was completely torn apart.
What do you think could have done that to him?
I wish I knew, Lieutenant. But look at the way his skin
Looks like the work of a
clothes are
Cyclops monster. Alien from Mars.
Exploded.
Yeah, but not because
I
of
don't
the
know
bomb.
if he
It
exploded.
from inside.
Have a
Exploded,
nut.
have a nut.
Oh. His chest. It's as if some force inside just let
That's
loose.
not the type of explosion I was
Search the
thinking.
rest of the boat. Nothing here. This one's empty.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's in here?
What's in
That's
here?
What is it? What
Hey,
is
Doc, come here!
It's a body?
Uh-oh.
Found some more.
Bodies?
Oh.
God, look at him.
Ugh.
They torn apart.
Joe, there's your gore from last week.
Thank
Jesus.
you.
Yeah.
Finally.
This movie is already way better than both of the
I'll tell you
previous
one thing.
ones.
I know.
No
Seriously.
disease or virus can reduce a man to this state in such a short time. I mean, according to the logbook, up until last night, everything on board was normal, right?
Harvey, call headquarters and tell them we may have an epidemic on our hands. And hurry!
Yes, sir.
My name's Lobby,
This-
actually.
This is about COVID.
Right? Like they changed like the like the port of like where it came from, the port of origin. They're like, seems that they came from China. And they change like whatever country they're from constantly throughout the movie. Looks like we have to deal with the Chinese people now.
What was that?
He just grabbed him by the shoulder. That's it.
Right, Lieutenant.
Yeah, that was dramatic.
Gun that leads into the hull.
Green gun?
Sure, we didn't want to follow it without telling
A
you
green
first.
gun.
Gun.
Don't fire it. I mean, it's the last thing we need on our hands. Firearm. Now we're in a warehouse set.
Yeah, like where is this part of the boat?
Yeah.
This hole's full of coffee.
Universe. Strange name for
And then some other guy's like,
coffee.
and my hole's full of coffee, and he just drinks it.
They don't make this stuff. What is strange is this X. It's a different lettering.
Doesn't seem strange to me. Probably just their trademark.
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
That's
That's so
strange to
fucking
me,
obvious.
Father.
What about those 20 bodies upstairs?
Is that his dad?
Yes, Father, listen. The X is weird in this logo.
What's that over there?
Or did
Yeah,
they
look.
call a
That's
priest?
not coffee.
That's not coffee. You're telling me.
What
I'm
are they,
sorry.
Doc?
Were they
don't
transporting these alien eggs, or did the alien
Literally
put
are.
its
They
eggs
came out
in
of
a
this case
box?
of coffee.
The rest of these cases are filled
And with like
those
magic marker on the side says
No, no, look,
eggs.
the last we found something besides the missing crew that doesn't add up.
things? Well, what do you think they are, Doc?
This is pretty brilliant the way that they have masks over their mouths so that they could dub in any language
Or some kind of
that they
magic.
Yeah.
need to. There's
They look like
no
big green eggs
nothing
to
to
me.
sync.
Doc, there's one on
And I
the
found
right
some
post,
ham over
Very true, I
here.
didn't think of that.
under the post.
Why is it singing?
Bigger than the other ones. Look, it's pulsating. As if it had a heartbeat. They're hot.
It's like a
Most likely
heartbeat.
These pipes carry steam or hot water. I'm only making a guess, of course, but heat must have an effect on these things, causing them to ripen. That would explain why the others are still green.
Yeah, stupid. That's how
Small.
eggs work.
Yeah, what?
You just established that they're eggs.
These egg-shaped things are using the heat to incubate. Strange.
I'm sure you're familiar that all chickens' eggs are put up against hot
don't
pipes
worry.
to mature.
Yeah, what is that noise?
A little slower. A little bit softer now. A little bit softer now. Okay.
Is he gonna walk all the way to the lab like that?
Yes.
I'll see you guys in the lab in a month. Yes!
Oh, they should have closed that. That's why you always wear a mask.
Oh! Oh. Applause.
I love this part.
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my god. Oh!
I fell down and hurt my stomach.
Okay, I'm sorry. He would be on the ground, dead. Why is he still standing?
He's still moaning. Also, okay, wait, he got hit in the face with like a little bit of alien goo, and then his stomach exploded. It wasn't like something got in him, he didn't eat any of it or anything.
Well, it went into his ear, nose, and throat, and then he was having acid reflux, and it just mixed. And it just
I was gonna say,
exploded.
everyone knows the ear connects directly to the stomach.
Yeah. What, you guys don't listen to your food?
That's why when I hear a good song, I'm like, delicious.
Oh, we're in F-Zero now.
New York,
Mom, stop watching.
New York, city of many lights, many people. See how the avenues stretch into the sunset. I'm a doctor.
I love this music.
Goblin, baby.
And as soon as I was
I was
informed,
gonna
I
say,
gave orders
shout
to
out.
totally isolate the pier and place it under absolute maximum security.
Good. Put emergency plan number 7 into effect. Was General Hazen informed?
Yes?
You know, the
Group of
emergency
experts
plan for
already
evil
out.
eggs.
They should be here in a couple of hours.
What about the man who survived?
Oh my god, this guy looks like
believe
a
he's just about to be
Nazi
released from
officer here on the left.
He
Oh,
identified
yeah. I
himself
know.
as Lieutenant Aris of the police department. He's the one who informed us.
I see.
Eros, he created the world.
What is that door?
Have all decontamination procedures
Oh,
been
look at this
completed?
future
Not a 5 minutes,
technology.
ma'am. Colonel, he's undergone all the necessary preliminaries.
Man.
At this point, he shouldn't have any abnormal or active microorganisms.
Don't touch the green button.
If the type we're
The
dealing
green
with
one or the
is
teal
Which
one?
one? There's two.
I'm green colorblind.
Taking place, but I swear that when I get out of here, you're all gonna pay for the way
Iris,
you're treating me.
control yourself.
Can you hear me? You can hear me. You have the nerve to come in here and tell me to control myself? They've been giving me a smoke cure, wearing me out, washing me down for 6 hours. Then they leave me here to freeze my balls off. And now you come in and dare to tell me to keep my self-control, baby?
Don't call me baby, young man.
And you don't call me a young man, babe. It might not show right now, but I'm a police lieutenant. Got that?
Wait, so he
And
can
I'm a-
see
That doesn't
her?
mean you could be a
Internal
misogynist.
security, responsible
Yeah.
director to the president. Special Division 5. Any other comments, Lieutenant?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
At ease, Lieutenant.
Oh my god.
Yes, I did see your balls, if
There is
that's
no
what you were
reason for you
wondering.
to salute me. Thank you. As
That was
of
the
this
look you
moment,
just gave
I am
him.
in complete charge of the Caribbean lady case. Now, exactly
What?
what did you see on board?
I think that's the name of the boat, the ship.
Oh,
Exactly.
I thought it was like, you know, it's like
Well,
when the U.S. goes to
as a
war, it's
matter
like
of fact, it
Operation
did look like it.
Freedom Eagle.
The size of pumpkin.
The Operation Caribbean Lady.
Universe written on the side of them. Hundreds of them.
The whole of the ship's cargo?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I think so.
How could he
One
forget
of
what
the
gender
cases
she is?
Dropped to the
Yeah.
ground.
He's looking right at her.
It rolled just under a large pipe. And then, well, it was ripening.
What do you mean?
Well, it was different from the others. Well, it was almost like a
I guarantee you
Wasn't
this woman's
green,
voice in Italian is not nearly as high
that was
pitched as the
one that was
voiceover.
spraying
No, definitely not.
substance
Yeah.
on the poor doctor and made him all.
I need one of those eggs
explode.
immediately. But we'll have to be very careful how we do it. Call in the specialist.
Okay, what could the scientist in the back possibly be doing with that
Hey, you
control
gonna freeze
board?
Yeah. And the whole cargo with it.
Yes, I just. Yeah, he's like making the noises with his
What kind
mouth.
of organism we're dealing with. Whatever substance there is in these eggs will be neutralized by deep freezing. Then we'll.
Are you sure about that?
You
Yeah,
cannot.
you don't know that,
Take care of that.
That's a hypothesis, ma'am.
Hey,
Sir. Ma'am.
sir.
Talking about deep freezing, can I have my clothes? Huh?
For security reasons, your personal effects were destroyed. You'll be issued an overall.
Overalls. Overalls. What about my credit cards? My
I love
my
overalls.
My wallet. My
Make sure it gets dressed.
He's like,
Give
yes,
it a
finally,
little-
1920s Southern shabby chic.
It's just a barrel with two straps.
With like water and fish already in it. Yes, I pulled the sword from the stone. Would it really grow icicles like that?
Unless it's no, I don't think that's icicles. I think that's
Paper?
fabric.
Oh.
I think.
There. That must be the thing.
Maybe
that
it's
killed
frozen
those men.
goo.
That's true. It's frozen gun.
I mean, it did go off, so...
True.
True.
Young, you do it.
Yes, you flip the chicken patty now.
It looks like those old tongs we used to have.
Yeah. Be careful, the oil's hot. The funny thing is that, okay, so they're doing things very slowly, but the movie hasn't like proven to us that there's any
The first
tension
examinations all
in
show
like
the same
doing any of
results,
this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it
I
hasn't
know.
earned our trust.
but an intensive culture of unknown bacteria.
The guy was going slow with the egg and it still blew up in his face.
Yeah.
Might as well just do it fast.
I still don't know. But what we might define as the egg's yolk is a preset maturization culture. It reacts to heat. When the temperature is raised, it undergoes a cell mutation and becomes deadly.
How?
Come over here.
No, this guy's wearing
God, I
coveralls.
love this. Yeah.
That's not
I
overalls.
love this movie science.
Mm-hmm. This looks like the gem
Now
room
watch.
from Museum of Natural History.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
absolutely. Well, that doesn't look very precise.
Oh, just a little bit to the.
There it is. Ow.
As you can see, I am extracting a sample of the substance from the interior of the egg.
What is that stuff?
Gross.
That stuff's what caused those deaths, right?
Right. It's 100% active.
They don't know
Watch.
that.
Yeah. It's
Wait.
100% active.
But how come it doesn't blow up the syringe? So why don't we just put ourselves into the material that a syringe is made out of, which is like glass
Yeah.
or plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've solved it in the first 15 minutes.
I am now going
The
to
movie's
inject
over.
fluid into this white
I'll now
bag.
take the mouse from the witches and inject him. Yes, it hurts. It's very painful.
I hope she's not going to inject all of that because it's like the whole volume of the mouse.
I've now
All we
replaced
have
the
to do
mouse's
is-
cartilage with this
Takes
green
effect only
stuff.
from-
Oh, this rat better blow up. Yes!
Yeah!
Got
Ask
it.
and you shall receive.
Got his ass. They probably killed a
think
real
it-
rat, too. I mean, it's like Italy. They don't have any, like, rules over there.
They made it eat like little explosive.
It had like a wire running out of its mouth, and they pushed the plunger.
Why and how this happened. I need more time for tests.
I say so.
If you need
I
any
think
help,
Yeah.
no problem.
rigorously
The
test
Defense
that.
Department can open any door. I could use filtering.
We can open doors for you, but that's about it. You know, if you're carrying heavy stuff or your hands are dirty.
They got a big ring of keys.
There's not a door the U.S. State Department cannot open. That's a guarantee.
If I had only notified.
Much like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park, they have learned to open doors.
I mean, that's like a major issue in 2020. It's like some government agency being able to just open your door
I don't think it's a problem.
at any time.
No, you stay here.
What else can I do?
This guy's like a
Don't
low-rent
tear yourself
Jean-Claude
short.
Van
You're not
Damme.
going home.
From the side, at least.
Well, if I'm really that necessary.
Of course, I could get much better collaborators than you. But
He also looks like
you've
Tommy
been
Lee Jones
involved
a
in
little
this
bit.
since the very beginning, and I'm sure
Yeah,
you
a little bit.
understand. It has to
Like-
be
Tommy Lee Van
absolutely
Damme.
Like
clean.
from here,
Is that clear?
this looks like Tommy Lee Jones, and this looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Where is it?
I wish I could see that joke.
I've already checked it. Import, export.
I'm just gonna be giving the little square with you and hit the finger the whole movie.
I'll never know.
Sewers.
Yes, sewers. They're just as warm and damp and comfortable as an enormous.
Oh, is this also a
incubator.
prequel for Teenage Mutant
Imagine
Ninja Turtles?
100 of those eggs scattered in the New
And
York
also
sewers
Ghostbusters
would
2.
blow up
That's
the
true.
city in
Yes.
one night.
They're all connected.
The ship wasn't to unload until tomorrow morning.
Right.
How funny that
Whoever
Ghostbusters 2
received
and
this
Teenage
cargo
Mutant
may
Ninja
not
Turtles
know
2
yet.
both
We might
involved
still catch them
ooze.
by surprise.
Ah.
Yes, very interesting.
Yes. As if, and also kind of Gremlins 2 also used ooze, I think, at some point. Like in the
In
writers
this essay, I will.
in the writers room, they're like, well, where do we go with the sequel? And some guy's like, why don't we just do ooze? And they called it a day.
Back to the Future 2. Back to the ooze.
That's the power of ooze.
There you go.
Okay, first of all, a soldier would never walk like that.
Open up! Open up!
You don't know what Italian soldiers do.
They're in
Sash-
Brooklyn.
Probably a
That's true.
watchman.
Wait, we haven't gotten to the Brooklyn Detective yet, have we?
racket? Who is it?
I think he's
No,
lieutenant.
that's
We
the
have a
guy in
warrant
the
to search
overalls.
these premises.
Yeah.
And the Italian lady's the colonel.
Yes.
And then what was the third one?
Astronaut?
I don't think
Got his ass.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's a lot of fucking noise.
Yeah. Applause.
Music. Now the music
That's so
kicks
many
in.
people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're gonna blow.
God, I want the soundtrack.
Nobody messes with the Warriors.
Drop your gun!
Sounds like they made music just by recording like a
There's no way
Nintendo.
out.
He was like using the controls like. Wow, not really a black guy? Is that guy in blackface?
He might be. No! Uh-oh. Jesus Christ, the reaction is instantaneous. Oh, all the organs.
That's awesome.
We're descending to a higher plane of existence. The question is like, okay, so if you had the choice to either shoot yourself in the head or have your guts explode, like which would you choose?
Is that the question?
Yeah, because like if they wanted to die,
Right.
why wouldn't they just shoot themselves in the head?
That's true.
Yeah. You can buy the Contamination soundtrack
On vinyl?
Yes. I linked it in the Discord.
All right, we'll put that in the description for this episode so that people can buy it.
Oh, hell yeah. For a mere $30.94.
Or you can get the MP3s for $9.
Flamethrowers.
Or I could just download it illegally.
It's the best way to destroy all those eggs.
And then the cops just burst in your door right now.
Yeah. A man was shot 700 times after downloading the soundtrack to Contamination.
Uh-oh, they're gonna burn it all.
Everybody should
That's not
get
gonna
out of
happen.
I'm a fireman.
Now you're burning these. You don't believe in half measures, do you?
I'm only doing my job. You must know by now that.
You know what they say: half measure twice, cut once.
Because if you half measure twice, it's full measure.
Exactly.
You've measured it.
No need to full measure
So
twice.
half measure 4 times, cut once.
These are segmented dodecadric cells.
You know, they never showed us anything like that back in school.
In fact, they don't exist in nature. Not in our.
Well, yeah, you went to police academy, not fucking alien biology class.
He went to Police Academy 5. Lost in Russia, or whatever that one's called. It's like Moscow Madness.
Organisms have cells
Lost
that
in the
are based
ooze.
on carbon.
Earth organisms.
I don't believe these belong to our planet.
Do you mean they come from outer space?
Why not?
Oh my God, you idiot!
many
Yes,
worlds are
of
there
course.
in
Where
the
else would it come from?
What is the other option?
Yeah.
True, they're millions of light years away. But perhaps a form of life like this doesn't have the same concept of time as we do. It stays inactive, passive, as long as it's in the absolute freezing temperature of sidereal space. Then, once it falls into an
Sidereal
atmosphere like ours,
space.
the seeds germinate and the eggs grow.
Sidereal
If
Space
you're
sounds like
talking
a
about
Star
cells
Trek
wandering
villain.
in infinity,
Oh no,
they
the
have
Sidereal
one
Spaceman
chance
is
in
here.
several billion of falling on our planet. That's practically impossible.
Said phasers to just blow him up. I mean, that's like every Star Trek movie ends the same way, where they just blow something up. Just blow it up in the beginning. Why are we here?
Yeah, shouldn't they have learned by now?
Yeah, they're like,
Just blow it up in the beginning.
They're like Captain Kirk. Literally every mission we go on, somebody dies and we blow something up. So let's just kill that guy and then blow it up. Done.
Man
Solved
would
it for
never
you.
do anything like that.
Well, those Bronx warehouse guards might have been crazy, subjugated, but they were men.
And not even
Wow.
Bronco warehouse guys.
I mean, the guy did look
But
a little
we
like
have known
OJ.
about it. We've always known about it. Don't you remember? The Mars mission. Hubbard, the English astronaut in the international project, which first investigated the red flag.
What if OJ Simpson showed up in this movie? That would be just like so weird.
That would be.
Things had happened.
We would have to stop doing the podcast.
I know. We'd be like, we're
The
done.
other
That's it.
Yeah, we've peaked.
I know.
Said that Hubbard dreamt it up.
What if O.J.
You
Simpson
remember what
appeared
else
in this
Hubbard
Discord server?
Hey,
What
everybody.
if Mikey from Meatballs showed up in the Discord server?
Oh, that would be
Oh,
amazing.
wrong.
Special guest Mikey from Meatballs.
Hey, it's me.
Like that one over there.
I hope we're not
Hubbard
missing any
was
plot
not
because I'm not paying
crazy.
attention.
Yeah, I have not been paying attention.
I believe old Mother Hubbard was not this crazy as we all thought. He was me included. So she trans?
We have
That's
to
okay.
find
He
Hubbard
was
as quickly as
me.
possible.
It's okay if you're trans.
Her and Hubbard were like, she was like changing her clothes really quick.
Yeah, like a Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, where's Dr. Hubbard? Is he around here? Yes, I'm right here, and the mustache is like falling off. Yes, I'm right here.
Ooh, quick, what part of New York is this?
It's too blurry to see.
Dad, I know you're watching. What part of New York is this? Answer us in the comments below.
If you look at our comments, New York has said, just like New York, the city of New York. Governor Andrew Cuomo has said, just like New York.
Are you sure this is the
We
house?
can't go one single episode without a Just Like Bart show.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd rather go up alone. You wait for me here.
All right, if you need me, just whistle.
Okay.
Just whistle?
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Well, Colonel Holmes was on the committee that interrogated Hubbard after his space trip. And, well, she was
After
the one
his
who
space
actually
trip?
suggested that he was...
Oh, maybe it was an astronaut,
Maybe
Dan.
Yeah, it was an astronaut.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I
Almost.
forgot. I try to immediately forget after I read it, so it's like I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. It works really well for me.
Imagine if like Neil Armstrong, as soon as he got back to Earth, somebody went up to him and he was like, they're like, Mr. Armstrong, how was your space trip? and he'd be like,
Hi, I'm Colonel Holmes. How was your space trip? Like what?
it's like,
Why is she like sneaking around?
He
Are they
startles
breaking in?
easily.
I have an appointment, but I'm breaking in. Uh-oh, he's gonna have a gun in his mouth or something.
Okay. For some reason I pictured it like holding a gun in his mouth, like, not like,
Not like he's killing.
Like he's buttering a piece of toast, but he needs both hands.
yeah, he has the gun in his mouth. Yeah, exactly. See, you get me.
Sponsored by Heineken. Willem Dafoe.
Imagine.
I know.
I would have told you guys.
That's true. Yeah. Although, don't tell us because that's like part of the surprise.
Ah, that's true. That's true. Then I guess I shouldn't tell you that O.J. Simpson really is in this movie.
No. He like drives up in the car as like the alien ship is landing. He's like, I gotta get out of here, and then he just keeps driving. And you're like, that's it? That's the cameo?
We've met before, Commander Hubbard. I'm Stella
They
Holmes.
paid him $1 billion.
Colonel Holmes. Special Division 5.
So she went to space,
I don't
right?
think
Did she?
She says she's Colonel Holmes, and they were saying that Colonel Holmes went to space, right? Or was it Hubbard?
No, Hubbard went to space.
He's
Yeah, he's
the
Hubbard.
brother
Colonel-
of the
they
Hubble
said
Space
Colonel Holmes.
Telescope.
Well, what do you want?
I was gonna make the same joke.
Goddamn.
It doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Considering that I was on one of the commissions that interrogated you.
Interrogated? You mean judged and convicted, don't you? Kicked out of the service like some crazy lying vision.
All right, Lawrence, Olivier,
What are you
let's
doing here anyway?
dial it down a little bit.
Relax.
Come on, Colonel. What is it you want to know? How many times a week I screw?
If you're
What?
always in this condition, it's quite obvious you couldn't get it up, even if you used a crane.
Damn.
Burn.
Brrrah.
Got him.
Headshot.
Messed up.
Sniped him from the crow's
And
nest.
we need it immediately.
No scope.
Because time is of the essence. This is a very serious matter. Here,
She said, now that I've made fun of your
you
genitals,
recognize these?
I really need your
We
help.
have work to do.
Speaking of genitals,
Here's a picture of Kermit the Frog.
Why you bothering? I thought this case was over and done with long ago.
alien
It's closed.
These are your thoughts. This is what you claim you saw.
I'm
on
sorry,
Mars.
your guts exploded.
Right?
Wait, he went to Mars?
Why don't you just leave me alone? I
Yeah, don't
never
you remember
saw
in the early
anything.
1980s when we went to
I
Mars?
don't
Oh, yeah, I
know
forgot
what
about
Mars
that.
is, and I was never there.
I don't know
No,
what
what?
Mars
Shame,
is.
dishonor.
What?
Everybody was against you and treated you like you were a hallucinating madman.
And you were with them. Right in the front row. Yes, I remember you, Dr. Holmes.
Maybe it was a bad idea sending her.
Yeah.
With your ironic, head of the class attitude. Always so sure.
Wait,
of
is she
yourself.
Dr. Holmes
Always
or Commander Holmes?
Goddamn.
Or Colonel Holmes?
She's
Colonel.
Colonel Holmes.
You're right.
But he
Colonel
called her
Dr.
Doctor.
Holmes.
That's
Now I
Dr.
know.
Professor Patrick.
That's Dr. Professor Patrick.
Telling the truth all along. Does this resemble what you saw?
Who says it like that?
These are
Does this
photographs.
resemble what you saw?
But there hasn't
Piece
been
of
another
photographs.
expedition.
The resemblance is uncanny to what I
These
saw.
were found here, on Earth. Thousands of them.
Here.
Yes, in the United States. We found them by chance.
Yes,
Wow,
in boxes marked
that was a real
coffee.
operate out of Seattle
But how many
dub.
of them are left? Yeah. Exactly what they are, we don't know.
Yes, here in the
You're the
United
only one who
States.
can help. You saw them on Mars. You do remember them.
It was all such a long time ago.
What happened on Mars 2 years
When did he go
ago?
to Mars? Oh.
You
Oh
knew
my god,
of
2
them.
years ago? If I saw
Such
aliens
a
2
long
years ago, I
time
think I would
ago.
fucking
We
remember.
landed at the
Oh,
polar
is it
ice
snowing on Mars?
What?
Hamilton
Oh,
and I
on the polar
decided
ice
to
cap.
look around and after
Alexander
Alexander
Hamilton.
and I.
Oh, wow. There's no way he's throwing away his shot.
a cave in a mountain of ice.
Mr. Hubbard, sir.
Pardon me, are you Mr. Hubbard, sir?
And then
What happened after that?
it's confused. It's difficult to remember.
Come on.
Who's confused?
We went
Is he
into
speaking in the third
cave
person?
and
Yes.
It was dark.
Hubbard is
strangely
confused.
humid and
Hubbard doesn't want to talk
we saw
anymore.
the eggs. God, there were
Hubbard
so
is ashamed
many.
of his genitals.
They were green, just like the one in your photograph. And then, from the back of the cave, we heard a noise, as if something was approaching.
Wait, so his narration is
Something
also in the
ominous.
cave? It's echoing.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
it's
like
echoing.
from the speakers.
As
He
it
was
moved
speaking this while
towards
he
us,
was there.
It was slowly filling the cave.
I like to
with
narrate
this
current events in the past tense.
blinding, hypnotic light. As it came towards us, I looked at Hamilton, and his eye. He was beginning.
Looks like Zach Braff.
Hamilton was beginning to. Hamilton!
Mars has always
Oh,
stimulated
no!
man's imagination. It is a common belief that
Commander
if there
Burr.
was other life
Commander
in our
Aaron
solar
Burr, wake up.
system, then it would be on Mars. H.G.
You know, a lot of
Wells
people think
imagined
that
Mars
Aaron
as
Burr
flying
killed
monsters.
Alexander Hamilton in a duel, but it was actually alien
Others
eggs that
have pictured them
exploded
as
your whole
little green
body.
men. And
Oh,
as far as
wow.
that cave was concerned,
Not many people are
there
aware.
was
Had nothing to do with
absolutely
politics.
Nothing in there. No life forms. Only rock and ice like everything else we found up there.
Rock and
Therefore,
eyes.
I'm sorry to contradict my colleague Hubbard. Our mission was almost beyond human limits. I came close to a nervous breakdown too, more than once. I was just luckier than my poor friend. That's all.
Wait. So he's not a detective.
He even convinced me.
Who's the detective in
Ooh,
this?
No, the guy with the mustache is
Now
the
we know
detective
that
who had the
they're
coveralls
white.
on.
Yeah.
But
I don't
weren't they
understand.
just watching his video of
If
when
we
he
did see
came
those
back?
eggs,
Was not the same
why
guy?
didn't he confirm it?
No, that was the guy
The
from
guy in the
Mars.
video is Alexander Hamilton, who looked like Zach Braff when he
yeah.
had a helmet on.
Gotcha,
We
because
would
he
if we
looks
could.
suspiciously
I
like
only
the
wish
guy
it
in the
was possible,
overalls.
but
Yeah.
I don't have the gift of bringing corpses back to life.
Oh, she
There it
doesn't.
is.
She doesn't have the
There it
gift.
is.
What?
A whole
Yeah.
pretense
Yes.
of watching this
His
movie was that we thought
private
that
airplane
she did have that
crashed off the
ability.
coast of Florida.
So I say we stop,
That's
stop
good.
recording, and we throw this
Start
one
over.
away, and we start
Start
completely
a new
over.
one.
You saw the state he's in, and we know now
Mexico.
he actually saw the eggs.
That's not a state.
I know.
What a scene.
I know.
Investigation in another direction.
What are you gonna do?
That guy's face.
Well, I have one plan. If I can get the Pentagon to give me the authorization.
Wow, did you see how they sync that?
First flight.
She had to stumble
We're
over
like
her
regular
words.
passengers. Invent 3 names and have 3 passports ready.
Got it.
Oh, yes.
big-
We get some fake names.
Big McLarge huge.
That'll trick the aliens. They'll never know it's us.
Name, last name.
Washington okay it?
Yes, but with strings as you.
Was that a name? Washington okay it?
They gave me 72 hours to solve
My friends call me Wash.
Then they'll blow the whistle with the general alarm and call a special session of the Security Council.
Wait, will they blow the whistle or sound the general alarm?
We'll have plenty of time.
Maybe the whistle triggers the alarm.
We've got to get to them first.
Nobody move. If I blow this whistle, it'll trigger the alarm, and we're all dead.
Or maybe there's like a man in the alarm control room who the signal is a whistle.
I'm glad to know that
okay.
you're not.
They can't get in to talk to him. They have to blow a whistle for him to trigger the alarm.
Or it's a dog, and it's a dog whistle.
Oh, nobody knows.
Here you
He just goes
Until
like,
they hear the alarm, and it's too late.
We're leaving right away. Go get ready.
Oh, no problem. I travel light.
Go
I
up
wish
and
he had a
get your
flashlight.
Hairbrush.
Oh, I get it. You two would prefer to be alone. See you later.
I'm confused. Where did this guy's mustache go? Who is that? I'm so
Wait, wait, who was the guy with the mustache?
no,
was it the guy with the mustache? The guy who was in the coveralls, or did he not have a
No,
mustache?
this guy was the guy in the coveralls. The guy
Why
that just
did I
walked
think he
out.
had a mustache?
no, because in the scene where they're watching Hamilton's video, the guy next to her has a mustache.
Yeah,
he
but
was
that
in
was
the
somebody
scene in the
else.
warehouse, but that was
Didn't you put
somebody
your
else.
signature on
Ah,
Oh my
okay.
god! You know, maybe if I was paying attention, I would remember who the characters are.
Doesn't that sound cool?
It's not that important to me, so
What do you want from me? With all
Doesn't
my
that solve the
diplomas and
wound?
official recommendations, I'm still a wreck.
For all my diplomas.
Then you can just go stew in your own juice, wallow in self-pity.
ew.
Stew in your own juice.
Hey, speaking of stewing
But
in your
I
own
thought
juice,
that Under that wreck.
Dan,
Yes?
you have to go make your food.
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I thought one of you guys was gonna get it.
I was like, wait, what's going on? Who's that? Okay, so for people who are watching, we're going to take a 30-minute break live.
Just skip 30 minutes ahead in the video,
Yeah, so
please.
skip 30 minutes ahead. All right, we'll be right back.
Well, if you, Dan's gonna turn his camera so you can watch him make pulled pork. If
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, there you go.
Because you're incapable.
All right, and
And
we're back.
Capable of doing anything. You're too soft. You're half a man.
That's just so that we understand one another.
That's how you learn another language. You just get slapped in the face and you instantly learn it.
If you're in class and you ask a question of the teacher and they explain it, then they smack you and say, "Now do you get it?"
That was Catholic school, baby.
What laughter? I'm not laughing. Man, what is his takedown? Jesus. Also, I just have to say, like, the gendered relationships in this movie are like the men just talk down to her because she's a woman, and then she just tells them that they can't get boners or they have no balls, and then they're like on an even playing field.
Yeah.
Once again, we're watching a movie written by someone who's never met a woman in their entire life.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this is a strong female character to him.
Because she says you can't get it up and then takes a smack in the face like a champ.
What was that? Who is that person?
Are we watching a different movie? What's
Oh
happening?
yeah, I went into the stream and I changed it.
What is happening?
I don't know, but this guy is feeling it. detective. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I actually don't know his name either.
Detective Fettuccino.
Was that guy in blackface?
Yeah, it looked like the other guy that was in blackface.
It was like the guy from earlier with the mustache, but just in blackface.
They spared no expense. I wonder where this is supposed to be.
Cheech?
And around we go. Oh God, we're just going around.
Oh my God, I'm literally getting nauseous.
What the hell?
Woof.
Bring it around town.
Oh my God, we're gonna make a full 360.
Oh no.
Old San Juan.
Yeah. But San Juan, Puerto Rico, my favorite part of South America. We're going back to where all this started, a boat.
Grand Hotel. In 3 separate rooms. On the 2nd floor.
I don't need to know.
No
that.
funny
The guy in
business.
the middle is, but he looks like a cop. The woman is Stella Holmes, first-class mind. Too bad.
Wow, how did they get the same photo that the camera that the movie is capturing?
Ah, my old friend Hubbard.
He's the only one we haven't gotten up to now. But his turn will come.
What do you intend to do?
Is her head shaved or just pulled? That's pulled back. It looks like
Oh,
it was
it's just
shaved.
pulled back.
Don't worry.
That would be wild if she had a shaved head.
That's a hairdo.
We're running this game. They're on our territory, so let's start by sending a little welcoming gift. Miss
Is that guy eventually going to peel his face off and he's going to be the alien?
I hope so.
Wow.
Ew.
You know how? Wait. You know how you kiss somebody with your eyes wide open?
Like this?
Give me a
Jesus.
kiss.
That's how you know they're aliens.
That's true.
Oh.
But don't take anything for granted.
Nobody
Oh, that's
expects
right.
the coffee
Alex is the
factory.
detective.
And we've already
Do you think the guy on the left could unbutton another button?
The next button is his pants.
Yeah, he's Detective Aris. A-R-I-S.
Doesn't get something to eat pretty soon.
Sorry, Lieutenant Aris.
Oh.
Sorry,
everybody.
everybody.
Lou.
I want to change and wash before.
Jesus Christ, the whole world is going to be wiped out, and all this broad's worried about is getting changed.
Listen, Aris.
Once
if I
again.
die with the rest of the world, then I want to have a proper dress on and clean underwear.
I think what the Colonel's trying to tell you.
For when the aliens look at my underwear? I don't understand.
Yeah.
If everyone else is dying, nobody's going to know.
I want to have a shower.
Out.
Out. Both of you.
Why even make her a woman character if that's the character she's going to be?
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's just me and the camera alone.
What a waste of a good-looking woman. Is something wrong with her, or is she just married?
Yeah, to a test tube and a whip. You know, I don't think the Colonel would have been out of place
What?
in that snow cave on Mars.
You know, all women are alike.
A
all over
test
the
tube
world.
and a whip.
It's just a question of handling them.
Is she like a
properly.
cowboy
Now, I
scientist?
treat all women gently. Don't worry. I have no
She's the Indiana Jones of
intention
space.
of warm blood.
She's basically Doc Brown in Back to
Yeah.
the Future 3.
Yeah.
Half an hour. Good.
Oh man, the classic flip the sweater over the shoulder trick.
He's having trouble getting into his room.
Yep. The director's like, okay, now just look like you're getting into the room.
Take two.
There we go. He's like gets in the doorway. He's like very
He's just hiding behind the frame.
yeah. And then like the concierge is like, what are you doing here? Are you filming without our permission? Would you get out of here? That's right. I'll sneak back in the room and I'll molest her.
Honestly, based on the track records of the movies we've been watching, I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought
Yeah.
you didn't like the cold.
Hey, you're right. I'd better turn off the air conditioner.
That's not the only thing you should turn off.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll get you when I'm ready.
What does that mean? I can't tell if this is
I thought you didn't like the
homoerotic
cold.
But it's like they're in Buenos Aires. Like,
I know, they're definitely not somewhere cold.
Yeah.
His whole chest is out.
I like this first person shot.
You can even hear the footsteps of the cameraman.
Was the cameraman wearing high heels?
Yes. Oh my god, if we have to see boobs in this movie, I swear to god. Okay, maybe not.
this feels like a real like Pink Panther situation. Like Kato is like coming in, and she's gonna have like soap around like her body to like cover her nakedness.
Yeah, strategically.
Yeah.
Nope, that didn't work.
Why is he doing it like all the way from the side like that?
Because he has to squeeze in front of the camera.
Oh, that's right. Good point.
I won't get my hair wet.
Yeah, that's never gonna work, girl. When you turn around, it's game over.
Maybe she only wants her front clean.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be more
That's
scary
true.
instead of just like approaching silently to just like burst in and run at her? Isn't that more frightening?
Yes. Yes.
Just somebody's like screaming at you all of a sudden.
Ah!
Oh, she locked in?
Oh shit.
It locks from the inside. Oh, no molesty.
Oh shit.
Turn on the cold water, quick.
That's true. Freeze it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that it was edited, it looked like she was jiggling on the door handle and it was locked, and then it cuts and he hangs the do not disturb sign on it, but it looked like he was hanging it on the bathroom door and not the front door. So like, who would see that?
That would be so funny. The maid comes in to clean and then she sees it on the bathroom door. She's like, I guess I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, send up more of that samba
Give
music.
me the number of the local airport, please.
Why would a hotel bathroom door lock from the outside?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, I thought she had a screwdriver. I was like, in your toiletries, kid?
They really wasted an opportunity to use some music to like heighten the tension a little bit, especially because Goblin
Instead, they're
did the
just
soundtrack.
using like the weird egg noises.
Yeah.
Eggbird over here. Good evening.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a great statue.
Yes, operator, please.
More samba music.
Stella Holmes, room 227. Thank you.
Get me out of here! There's an egg! Hubbard!
I'm allergic to eggs.
Well, it doesn't matter. All right, thank you.
Well, if it didn't matter, don't call. Don't waste my time.
Oh my god, how much did she bring?
I know, Jesus.
I mean, if it's the end of the world, like they said.
I know. I wouldn't bring anything, though, if it was the end of the world.
Not even clean underwear.
But she's the woman, so she brought all her stuff, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
According to the gender politics of this film. Because the guy said, I carry light, and just showed his gun, so.
The guy's like, can I borrow a pair of socks? And he just tosses him the gun.
I was going to say, can I borrow some toothpaste? All I brought is my gun.
Ready? Yeah. I was just...
Oh, he put a shirt on under his shirt this time.
Hey, are we going to eat here in the hotel, or do you think we'll go somewhere else?
Well, I expect it'll be exactly what the Colonel decides.
Women.
Okay, first of all, two men
Weren't we supposed
don't
to meet
walk
her here?
next to each other so that their
Come
upper
on,
arms
we'll
are
eat by
touching.
ourselves. Yeah, but she...
That's what I said earlier. I can't tell if it's homoerotic
You can order
tension or
something
not.
for us to room service. What, an ice cream?
What?
Hey, happy birthday. What do you want, an ice cream?
Is that all they have at room service? What the fuck?
I thought you hated the cold.
It's not her style not to keep an appointment.
Yes, when I put up a do not disturb sign, I usually intend to do more serious things than just take a shower.
Ew.
I do suppose she's taking a Latin lover.
What's the matter, huh?
I'm not sure,
I think we should break into her room.
Yeah.
And surprise her in the
Hey,
shower.
Come on. What if she's sleeping?
Sleeping? You guys left the room like 20 minutes ago, max.
I know. She took a shower and immediately fell asleep.
Yeah, that's what I like. Taking a shower and taking a good long nap.
All wet in the hotel bed.
That's why I'm always late for work.
I'll stand over here all the way at the end of the hallway.
Oh, see, they could have done like a really nice match there where they showed a close-up of the green side of the do not disturb and then they cut to the green egg.
Yeah.
A real missed opportunity there.
Lewis Coates, you fucked up.
Lou.
Why wasn't she doing that already?
Yeah.
That was easy.
Get me out of here!
Shouldn't he have told her to get back?
The door and run right into her.
Yeah.
Just a little. Bon appetit. Thank you. This is a local specialty. I had to make it up as a treat for you to celebrate the end.
I had to make it up. Nobody's ever had it before.
It hadn't been invented yet.
Oh, he's tied to the eggs.
I'll have what he's having.
Yes, I knew it.
The egg.
What happened to the egg?
I can feel it inside me like before.
Whoa.
Another one of our creatures has been sacrificed.
Gross.
It was completely useless. That
Oh,
woman is
that
still
food
alive.
came out of his mouth for a second.
That's impossible.
I know she is. I can feel her. She's alive. The egg failed to kill her.
Out! Everyone out! Leave me alone!
Si, senor.
Okay. Is his suit white or is it tan?
I think both his
tan.
I think both his shirt and his suit are tan.
Okay.
Quite
Ooh, another in Africa.
How'd they get there?
But the same samba music.
Yep.
It's playing on the radio.
Deep in the heart of the Congo.
I mean, this is just like generic South American country, so.
Yeah. You're goddamn right there's music.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Okay.
Okay, if we don't open presents on Christmas Day and each of us have gotten each other a copy of the soundtrack, then we've failed each other.
As we've said similarly in other episodes, the real arrogance of the filmmakers to think that we would want to watch a plane taking off in real time. It's just like, it blows my mind.
We don't
Like,
even
this
know
movie has
where
a
they're
pretty good
going.
pace up until now.
Yeah.
This place is so goddamn sinister. I feel like
That's racist.
somebody's
What?
scratching my head, but
They're
from
actually inside the
inside.
cockpit of the plane.
That could mean
Yeah. It could also mean that we're heading straight into a goddamn trap.
Would you feel any safer if we had the whole Marine Corps to help us?
What you don't understand, Colonel, is that I'm no hero. Just your average Brooklyn cop.
I'm just an average
Okay,
Brooklyn cop. I'm
Italian
walking here.
So wait, so his precinct gave him time off to go to South America.
Right?
Yeah. Music.
Also,
I
like,
don't think that's right.
the description of the movie was that he was a Brooklyn detective or whatever, but definitely the harbor that they were in the beginning was in Lower Manhattan, right? So
Yeah.
why would
Yeah.
he be
Well,
there?
well, it's like on Law and Order, where the same two detectives like take every single case, no matter where it is
Oh,
in the
yeah.
city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a killing in the Bronx. Well, better send the guys from Lower Manhattan. They know that area like the back of their hand.
I mean,
Yeah.
he also just hasn't been doing much detecting at all. So
That's very true.
Hello.
Oh my god, of course they have a donkey.
Mr. Gomez?
No, senor. Mr. Gomez is over there. Hey, Mr. Gomez!
You senor, me go over there. No, not me. It is not me, senor. No, I am not Mr. Gomez. They saw Fantasy Island and they were like, "That's the guy."
Oh my god.
No, it's not. It's like Peter Lorre. No, it's not me, senor. You are Mr. Gomez. It's Gomez Adams.
I was gonna say that. I was literally gonna say it's Gomez Adams.
Full responsibility. You know, in here is where we toast the
Oh my
coffee.
god.
You like ice cream, Doc?
And what is that? It's a toasting oven. It's 3 tons at a time.
I just spit.
The coffee can make a lot of people very angry.
They turn out to be totally unreliable assholes.
Oh my god.
Senora, this gentleman and lady would like information about our coffee.
Yes, I was waiting for them.
Oh, that's why they're there. I didn't even realize that. Because the coffee boxes from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, with the weird X.
I'm Pedro
For
de la
extreme.
Cruz, the owner. How can I be of help?
Oh, yeah.
Your last name is
We would
not
like
De La
a
Cruz,
Cruz.
ma'am.
large amount of your coffee. You know, somebody told us that here you toast a very special brand of coffee.
Yes, a very, very special kind. You just sent
A
us
very,
the
very, very
cargo
special
ship
kind of
called
coffee.
the Caribbean
It's very,
Revolution.
very, very, very special.
Doesn't that name mean anything to you?
Operation Caribbean
Right, you
Lady.
know, we
It's a
send
go.
shipments all over the world. However, if you would like to see the various kinds of coffee we produce, please follow me.
All right.
Then you can choose the one you like.
Great idea.
Just like at the supermarket, which I am told is for poor people.
I have never been to one. I don't know how they work.
What can a banana cost? $5?
Yeah.
I hope the guy that they were introduced to in the beginning of the scene takes them through the factory so he can do that voice some more.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And they told me flying a plane is not like flying a helicopter.
Guy, I think you're supposed to like hold the gas or something. Applause!
Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angels.
So it is a COVID movie.
It is. It is. It's got all the elements.
Exactly 200 grams. This way, please. This is where the bulk
This week. Next week is 300 grams.
We have our own
That's a very, 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 very special food.
Fascinating, isn't it?
This is like the scene in Scarface where he goes to Colombia to like look at the factory.
Mhm.
That guy's gonna take some coffee beans and go like.
He just eats them raw.
All your questions will be answered here.
In this bag. Yes.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
put your hands up, senor.
Yes. But I'm not alone.
I'm the head of the operation.
Bum, bum,
Alexander
bum.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Alive.
It's a pity you
A
won't
lot.
be able to tell anyone.
Is that Lou Gossett Jr.? It looked like him.
Oh no, where did this guy crash his plane?
What if he was like in America?
This song sounds like it's from the Super Nintendo Jurassic Park game.
Oh, yes, it does. I must be in some sort of tropical island. Yes, any minute
Oh my
now
God.
we'll see the thing that he's looking at.
Yep.
I was gonna say once again the longest scene for no reason.
Map. And one.
Okay, so
What?
first of all, if I were alone and my plane sort of crash landed, I would just be screaming, just like,
I
shit,
know.
shit, what do I do?
Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh no!
I'd be like just punching the steering wheel and like,
You'd fall to your knees.
there's like a rescue crew like coming to get me and they just see me like kicking the plane and they're like, "Ah, well, let him have a few minutes.
Yeah. It'll be all right.
My name is Tony.
Okay.
She didn't know his name?
Well, she was calling him Lieutenant Aris.
I know, but like,
Good old.
also, didn't I make a joke about Tony before?
Am I?
And that,
Yeah.
that turns
Yeah.
out his name is
Yeah.
Tony.
Told you I felt something scratching inside my head from the inside. ESP. I'm the perfect subject. Maybe it's because
Why?
I'm not too smart.
When I telepathically
Everyone
talk
knows
to other
ESP
people,
only works on idiots.
Now I can tell.
Like,
yeah, ESP stands for especially stupid people.
oh, forget that.
I went ahead that I couldn't get past first base with.
Wow.
What?
I'm sorry.
What part of your relationship was you going after her?
Right.
Yeah.
Although, like, there's nothing wrong with guys who just hit singles. Move them along. Get a man on base. Anything can happen. Just get a man on base.
She's like, we could get to first base right now when we're tied up in this alien warehouse together.
Ooh, sensual.
That wasn't much.
Why? Because they didn't keep their eyes open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most fantastic thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life.
What? Sir.
Meanwhile, this guy's like, man, I can't wait to get back and kiss that woman. We be doing a lot of fine kissing.
Talk about character development thrown out the window. Why would either of those people
Be with
like
each other.
Yeah.
They hated each other the whole time.
Airplane.
Propellers.
He clipped him on the way down.
The zombies.
The zombies?
That's what the subtitle said.
The band, The Zombies.
Oh, yes.
White Zombies.
Nice.
What if the guy was like, before he's dead, he's like, no, get away. Let me die in peace. He died of bonitis. Ooh, canted angle there.
Yeah, what is this shot?
Or Dutch angle, also.
Pulling out the film school terms.
Sure. The mango. All right, so was the cave in the Mars polar cap warm inside?
I guess.
Because it's in the North Pole, the South Pole, but it's cold, but it only thrives in warmth. So like,
well, maybe it's some sort of, maybe it's like the Alaskan bullworm in SpongeBob, where you think it's the cave, but it's actually the mouth of the worm.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was like the body of an alien.
Why don't they just push the Earth away from the sun? Like they push Bikini Bottom?
Exactly.
White zombies.
White zombies?
Mm-hmm. You know, like
Is
Dragula.
that what the guy was calling zombies?
I guess.
Questionable.
That box is open on 3 sides.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Oh, why would they leave their Uzi there?
The guy was too excited about getting that egg.
I know. Oh.
Get up.
Were you guys kissing in here?
Smells like kissing in here. Wait, they could have stood up at any time?
For you to come.
Yes. Only their hands are bound.
This is like in Roger Rabbit when he slips his hand out of the handcuff. And
Yeah.
he's like, you could do that at any time? Only when it was funny.
The Cyclops.
Cyclops. He had like Morticia Adams eyes. They like framed his eyes. Like
they
with
just
light.
lit it.
Also, my eyes look weird when I do this. Like.
Once again, I can't see the joke.
I mean, it's all part of it. We've just been passing notes back and forth.
I'll just have to watch it like I had to watch last episode to see how you guys ended it.
Yeah.
Come on, get in. We're leaving.
I'll figure out some way to make it not stupid.
Looks like they're driving DHL trucks.
Well, they're delivering the eggs.
That's true.
That's true.
DHL will maybe deliver someday, and if you want to drop it off, forget it, because we don't have a place to drop it off.
More are being shipped right now. Everything will be ready in a few days. Then the eggs will be shipped, sent around the whole world.
DHL, do not sponsor us.
There won't be any mistakes.
I was literally about to say we are not sponsored by DHL. The creators of this show expressly do not like DHL.
Grow, multiply, survive. Eat in order not to be eaten. Kill in order not to be killed. Strong.
Kale!
Not to eat kale.
It's every alien's God-given right not to eat kale.
He was once. He's not any longer.
You can't understand me.
Yes, I can.
I can understand you clearly.
If you would just smack me in the face, I'd understand a little better.
No, not so superior. You were wiped out, Hamilton. Hubbard wasn't. His mind resisted on Mars, and he can do it again, here, and crush you and your damn master, whoever that monster is.
I'm so ready to see it. The alien Cyclops.
His mind no longer exists, Colonel Holmes. All we had to do was crush a small plane. Hubbard is dead.
Oh, he could have really zinged him and said small penis.
It's the trend of the movie so far.
Yeah, and she's like, I like the way you think. I like the cut of your jib.
Promote this man.
Yeah, you go first. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
After you.
Why doesn't he just shoot them? They're all in a line. All he has to do is shoot one bullet.
I don't think it works like that.
Through all of them?
Yeah.
Jesus. The hell type of gun is this?
Hey, the Israelis invented it.
Yes, we collected 248.
Excellent. Let me see the checklist.
Excellent.
Exactly the amount of eggs I wanted.
Exemplary.
Oh, it's an extraterrestrial?
We did it. They should rename this movie.
Yeah. Okay, so explain to me why they needed the drunk guy. The other astronaut.
I guess because he saw them? So he sort of
so
knew
what?
more about it?
So what? So did the detective.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And they had one in the lab. They brought one back. Everybody saw it.
They could have brought
true.
anybody on this mission.
That's true. And they thought Hamilton was dead, so it's not like they knew that they were going to come into contact with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
so they don't
like,
need Hubbard.
Just because you're an astronaut doesn't mean that like you have the guts to pick up a gun and like knock a guy out. Like
you don't think they train the astronauts for alien combat?
Yeah, it's like in Men in Black when they have to shoot all like the pop-up figures.
Yeah.
It is my master who creates the eggs.
Oh God, I hope this thing looks so bad.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Seed that I brought back from.
Whoa! Wow. Yes.
He creates the eggs.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that. Look at that thing's
It's
head.
like handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's hot.
William Fancy Son. Oh my god.
There's only like 10 minutes left in this movie.
Oh my god, look at this.
I'm Gumby, damn it. Yes. Yes, listen to the music. That's the Doobie Brothers you're hearing.
The camera pans over and there's like a live band. Oh my god, look at it.
Go on. He's calling you. He wants you.
Hello?
Go.
Tony! Tony! Iris, no!
Shut up.
No,
It's useless.
Tony! Tony, stop!
When he introduced him to the alien, he just said, "Say hello to my little friend."
No!
Yes!
No!
Can't do anything.
You can't do anything. You're a woman.
Look at this thing. Ew.
Feed me, Seymour.
Oh, gross! How many mouths does this thing have?
You cannot resist.
Oh, and the music stops.
Well, because it was
Yeah,
a
that
live
was
band.
jarring.
Yeah.
There's a live
Yeah.
band in that scene, so if we cut, there's no live band.
What was that sound?
You know who
That was her turning her head. She's a robot.
I've got nothing to lose.
Also,
Those are
like,
hydraulics.
she could have just like taken the gun from him while he was taking the mask off, because
Yeah.
clearly he wouldn't have seen it, and he stopped holding her. So
That's true.
Yes. Your old friend, Hamilton.
Where are
You know, from the Revolutionary War.
Wow, look at how he's not choking her.
In the
I know.
He's just putting his hands on her chin, like
they're in
Like
the puppet
Steve.
at home.
Oh my god! Not the puppet at home. Ew, look at it!
Did he just crush him?
yum yum.
Not Tony, the guy I just fell in love with last scene.
Whoa! Yes!
I was not expecting that. Hell yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could stop screaming at this point. It's not like you're gonna stop it.
I was just about to say, game over, girl. Like,
Have a Snickers.
Cool.
that was so crazy and simultaneously anticlimactic. I don't know how they did it like that.
Go to it.
It looks like Kang and Kodos from The Simpsons.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if its head is so big, why is its one eye so small?
Well, this sounds like the song that's in the Ghostbusters movie. When they let all the ghosts out of the containment unit.
Yeah.
And it's like, please, please.
Oh my god, let's go. Time is of the essence, Hubbard. Please, Jesus.
There's only like 8 minutes left. Let's go.
I know, you're so useless. You drunk?
He looks like Daniel Craig a little bit.
I was just about to say he looks like Daniel Craig now. It's Zach Braff and Daniel Craig's baby.
He's a spy!
Daniel Braff.
Wait, does he have like a Tommy gun?
Yeah, it's like an old Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? Because after World War II, all the Nazis went to Argentina.
Oh, that's true.
And they probably stole some Allied weapons. What are the odds that the first two actors that died are also the same two actors that just died?
Yeah.
The same, like
Oh, no.
No, you have
Sir,
to burn
there's
it.
nobody left.
You have to burn them, right? If you shoot them, then they'll infect you.
Stop!
Okay, well, like, if you say stop, you gotta, like, do something.
Do something to
stop
try
her.
to stop her. Also, Joe, I guess theoretically he probably already has been in contact with them. Like from when they were on Mars and stuff.
That's right.
You shoot and you'll get her!
He's right. He's always
He just shoots
right.
her anyway.
I never cared about you.
I hate it.
No! Hamilton, don't shoot! Don't
This is
do what
for
the Psycho
Aaron
wants.
Burr.
Don't shoot!
Does this guy not have a first name? They only call him Hamilton, including his wife or whoever she is.
Oh. I can't tell what's happening.
Something's happening.
Welcome to Never Heard of It.
She looks like Billy Shapiro. Also, heels.
I
She wore
know. Well,
heels
she
on a
wanted to
super-
look good at the end of the world, I guess.
It's true. It's true to her character. You swine! That's it, just back up 1 foot and you're okay.
Shooter than his glowing eye.
I was gonna say he's like a video game boss. You could tell that's where you have to hit him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh. I thought it was gonna explode or something.
Up, 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 up.
What was that? A clown helicopter? There were so many guys in there. Like 50 people came out of that helicopter.
It's like 1,000 guys.
Oh, hi, Pepper. We got both dogs on stream this time.
Uh-oh.
Hi. What are you eating? Give me that.
Uh-oh. What is she eating?
It's just like fluff from a toy.
Look like a dart. The end of a dart.
It's just like green.
It was a fishing lure. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, is he also dying?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess because it had like a neurological link to him.
The alien was inside us all along.
Oh, this is like when Edward Norton. Oh, he's gonna explode, isn't he?
Yes.
Not a lot of blood though.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He's all dried up inside.
Husk.
How is he still screaming?
I was gonna say, what the hell?
Also, like he's gonna put his. Yeah, he put his arm down to like support himself so he wouldn't fall
I know.
violently. This is just like in Fight Club when Edward Norton shoots himself in the cheek, but Brad Pitt for some reason gets his head blown off.
Yeah.
And you're like, ow?
I always kind of assumed that thing was like he was tricking the other side of his brain into thinking that he was killing himself.
Sure, but why wouldn't he just fire the gun into the air?
Because he has to.
I'm kidding. No, I totally get that theory. It works, but it's just like funny to think like, okay, if he could trick his brain to do anything, why did he just like shoot into the ground?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would be a lot harder to trick your brain into thinking you were dying from shooting a gun into the ground.
Hamilton. No, the man you met, he was just an extension of that monster. Completely under its power from the moment that they first met one another in that Martian cave.
So much so that they both died.
Love the fucking exposition, like.
Cave.
But the real Hamilton, he never returned to Earth.
Well, he died in 1790.
No, he just went back to his home planet. When Aaron Burr turned around, he went like this, woo, and he just flew away.
He beamed himself up.
He didn't shoot a gun into the sky. He shot into the sky and went home to Mars.
Exactly, just like Edward Norton shooting into the ceiling. He fired his bullet, and he tricked Aaron Burr.
Because Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton are the same person.
Exactly. Oh my God, that
it's
would
like
have
Tyler
been amazing.
Durden.
He fires the gun and there's nobody there, and he's like, "Oh, it was me all along." Okay.
That's the plot of Hamilton 2.
Yeah. Secret of the Ooze.
Hamilton, we found this weird ooze stuff. Oh no. Looks like I'm gonna have to come back.
Oh no.
Hartmut Neugebauer. Yes, I'll have the Neugebauer. Extra Tefani.
Look how Italian these names are. Jesus.
Prop man.
Prop man.
He's a prop man.
Oh, thank God. Now I know there's music playing.
Thank you, subtitles, for all you do. Well, I have to say, I think this movie has kicked Funeral Home out of number one for me.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely that's number one.
Yeah.
It did drag a bit in like the end of the second act. Yeah, but once they got to the alien, that's see, like
loved it.
There's no threat in the movie. Like once they discover that they shouldn't shoot it and that it like thrives in heat, like there's no threat affecting them. Like the only reason that they get in the situation that they get into is because they don't leave it alone.
Yeah,
like they could have just left it alone and they would have been fine.
That's true.
Because what was
the one boat? Everybody disappeared on the boat or whatever, right? And then nobody else has ever heard of anybody exploding their guts out or getting all covered in acid or whatever. So like, it's not like this is like a pandemic, like all around the world, people's guts are exploding and they got to figure out why.
Yeah, they didn't present like a bigger, like they're not. It doesn't felt like they were saving the world. It just felt like they were saving themselves. And really, the detective died
also,
for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, it's not like the eggs were gonna help the alien like take over the world. They just murder people. So I don't even know why it was like important for the alien to get its eggs around Earth.
Yeah, if they were just feeding him humans anyway.
Yeah, right? It's not like it's not like somehow the people that died by the eggs were being fed to him.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they had to bring people in there to feed to the alien.
Right. No, I want live bait. All right, let's see what some of there's 39 comments.
Hey, Mickey from Meatballs here.
Eric Jourdain
I can
says,
see you guys again.
Oh,
nice.
Hello, friends.
Eric Jourdain says that movie is ripe for a redo. It even has the strong female character as a strong point.
2 days ago.
Wow.
What? That's shocking. How many views does it have?
It has 27,000.
Wow.
Hungry Boy 5 months ago said excellent use of goo.
Okay.
Gross.
Celt of Cork says thanks for the upload of a relatively neat old film. I got a kick out of the Gumby monster at the end. LOL.
That's the joke you made.
I know.
Ooh, nice flick.
Seador Man 11 says the contamination suits has no eye protection, weak wardrobe budget. I've seen people more covered at the grocery store.
What?
Wait, and it has one reply, and that person said, well, if they have their noses covered, then surely their eyes will be fine.
What?
What?
You know, if it's
Everyone
bright,
knows that your eyes and your nose are the same thing.
Yeah, they're connected, you know?
so if it's bright out and you didn't put your sunglasses, you didn't bring your sunglasses, you just put a mask on your nose. And then your eyes will be protected from
Well, you can go like this. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking.
Hide and seek. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or if something smells bad, you're like, oh, that's terrible. Oh, it smells so bad.
Scost or Scost says, okay, this is a ripoff of Alien, but it came out in 1980. The alien queen from Aliens looks a lot like Cyclops. Do they rip off each other? No.
What? Wait, what year was Alien?
Alien was 1979, but he was saying that Aliens, the sequel, in 1986.
Oh.
It stole Handsome Squidward.
Yes. If you guys are on the trivia section on IMDb, it says, according to the director during a Q&A, the film was partially funded by Colombian drug dealers. When the movie made money, they were very pleased with their investment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think that was Pablo Escobar as the guy who greets them at the bean factory?
He wanted a cameo.
Yeah. Have you ever seen I think it's a meme where it's like the sad version of the guy that plays Carlos Escobar in
Pablo
Escobar in Narcos.
No.
And it's like shots from him from the show, but he's like looking very sad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
He's just like sitting on a bench or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. The bottom right one is amazing.
I know, because the jeans are not the size that they should be, and he's got like this little punch. Oh God. Wow. Well, that one was much easier to get through, I think, than Hell High. I think so.
Oh, by far.
Oh my God, Hell
Jax,
High is.
Tell us about the controversy.
Oh, sure.
What did it say before we head out?
I told you this when Dan was gone, so this is news to Dan.
Yes.
So it says, after the Video Recordings Act, Contamination was classed as a video nasty.
Ooh, okay.
It says specifically the film includes graphic depictions of human bodies exploding violently in slow motion, as well as the grisly remains of such explosions. While the explosion effects are not technically graphic, each of the exploding victims is encased in some kind of bulky costume that is obviously hiding the mechanism that sprays the gore. They are extremely bloody.
Did we really drop the ball in not naming this podcast Video Nasty?
Oh my god!
Can we change it now?
Yeah, we'll have to change it
Yeah.
because Video Nasty is like so good.
I know. Yeah, apparently Video Nasty is just like a sort
It's
of slang-ish term for like a gross movie.
Yeah, how funny. All right. Maybe we should say
Video Nasty.
that we're going to be watching a Video Nasty on YouTube.
Please no.
Yeah. And our fans could be called Nasties.
Yes. All of our fan.
Yeah.
We actually gained 2 subscribers.
Oh.
We now have 13.
Hell
so
yeah.
hello, all 13
Welcome.
subscribers. Welcome back. At the end of the movie, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes. Trust
go
me,
back
if
and
you've
watch
made
the
it
whole
this
movie.
far, you've done it.
Oh, man. All right.
You've gotten to the best one, so.
Yeah. Before we go, I have 2 plugs. One is a book my new book that came out that Jackie helped me edit,
Hey.
and she can vouch for its quality.
I mean, it's amazing.
And the other plug is for this lamp.
Yeah. wait, hold on, wait. Whoop. I know it's backwards. It was backwards in the last episode too, but I'll put up like an advertisement.
Oh. It's not backwards for us, but I guess if you record your own
Yes,
webcam,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
backwards.
It's not. Yeah.
You
Okay,
could
so
probably flip that in XSplit.
yeah, the thing is that I have our social media handles on there, so I have to cut it out and then flip it, and it's so on the main screen there'll be an advertisement with the website notyourplatypus.com. It's only $6. Why would you?
It's so good. I highly recommend it.
Who are you to resist? My children need wine.
Jax approves this message.
Yes.
I still have to read it. I haven't read it yet.
I'll get you a copy.
It's good. It's short, so it's good.
What are you trying to say? That I don't read long books?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
exactly
that's
what
true.
she's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tailor made.
I'm only saying that because Joey's last book was like 785 pages.
1,000 pages.
It's behind you. It's on the shelf behind you.
It is.
Yeah.
It's right here.
All right, so get my new book, and I have a short story that just came out, and let me play that. Oh, and I have another short story that got selected for a sci-fi magazine called Fantastic Horizon, and that's coming out in August.
You're just full of short stories, aren't you?
Yes, they're
I
being
know,
published
Dan,
by
we gotta
legitimate.
get like a thing that we can.
I know.
I got nothing.
I don't have anything to plug.
Yeah.
You can plug your game. You could plug your store, Jax.
My store?
Yeah, if you want
don't
people
go
to
there,
come.
I was like, I don't have a store. What are you talking about?
Oh, we should totally get. I won't tell anybody where you work, but we should get a coupon code from them. That if we say if you use that coupon code online, that you can get. Talk to corporate. They should sponsor us.
Okay, I'll call.
Okay.
I'll call.
All right. Until next week. Bye.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye, everybody.